Alright, let's see how well this is going to work. First of all, the end of February, my glorious mug. Then we get right into it with the man of the hour, the one and only Death Dealer. Just a 15-minute sketch. Remember, month of March, all I did was big pen, no sketching, no laying down lines, just all free-handed using reference. You'll see the reference shots off to the side. Some mechanical board operating thing. I believe I'm probably going to be using something similar to this design in my comic, so figured I should get some down. It took about 20 minutes. It's just an electronic panel, just all the intricate knobs and whatnot. Then you have this cyborg design. There are a few things that I like about it, but overall not a great design. It took me 15 minutes and I just really got disgusted with the big pen. You have this breakaway piece or exposed view of this engine. You have the exhaust manifold right here, but this, you can see the exposed rockers because it's a clear valve cover, which would be impressive on any car. Just did that little study. I loved it. Then you have the Eva. I want to say it's number 1. I think it's Eva 00. Nope, it's probably Eva 1. From Neon Genesis Evangelion. Just a quick sketch. Took 15 minutes. That was the thing I was noticing most about this month, is a lot of the sketches would be 15 minutes and they'd be real rough because I didn't have that first laid down sketch. This is a banana phone type picture thing. I really just added this little ox phone design. I kind of want to do like a little graffiti patch for something or other, but I really like how that turned out, even though it's just kind of a throwaway image. This one, it's tilted on the side, but you can see this is my engine compartment on my van. I blew the radiator hose and I had to like MacGyver rig a whole system together. Cyborg hand, kind of doing a little detail drawing, showing which finger was which on this sketch. Took 15 minutes. I'm alright with that. Then we did this gun design. It's a 454 Magnum revolver with a 30mm grenade launcher right there. It's so badass. Saw this picture, just felt like sketching it out. It took 15 minutes as well. Also, you have that front on view. This cyborg design, I can't remember who made it. Hopefully I throw it up when I make this video together. A thing I was noticing is it would either be really scrunched together or like crunched down, and it's something I'm working on. You can see the little side notes that I made for when I go back flipping through my book. This pauldron is something I want to put in the design. If you saw one of my videos from last month, you see why I did this one. This is from Tokyo Ghost. It is showing the soft lines of Debbie and the harsh lines of Dent. Just such stylistic choices that I didn't even realize were there until I actually sketched this out myself. Took 20 minutes on that. I really love how that turned out. Right here you have a robot design from Jake Parker. I really like this. He's got a little flame holding. He's kind of a magician. Now that I look at it again, for when I did it, I think I really hated this when I did it. But now looking at it again, I think I really captured the essence of that little curious robot. I really like how this turned out, looking at this again. Let's see here. the 13th, so I was starting to do design work for my van stuff. You'll see why in the next few months. But I found this really cool picture of this van with its hood that hinges up, so you can get at the engine a lot easier. If you've ever done work on a van, you'd know this would be a freaking lifesaver. So definitely incorporating that design into something else that I'm doing right now. Sideboard design, this is actually supposed to be laying on its side. I got a couple pictures from Morgan Wilson. She does a lot of sideboard work. She was running a special, so I snagged a couple prints, like blind prints, and really love her simplistic looking sideboard designs, but it's also very, like, I don't know, provocative, I guess. I don't know. Then you have another robot design. This is like graffiti. This is actually a door and like this graffiti holding a lady. I like parts of this design, but it just feels wonky because it feels like his hinges are like just too big. This hand is obviously like reaching out, but it just doesn't have that depth. I like how the little lady turned out in the hand, but I don't know. Something about it just doesn't fit well with me, and I think it's mainly that hip joint. Then you have this fighting robot arcade machine from Kung Fury. This was, my hand just stopped working halfway through the month, and this one I put 10 minutes into it and just hated it, so I just put down the pen and left it at that. I will probably return to it at some point, but I couldn't handle it anymore because it was just turning out messier and messier. Again, this is supposed to be right side up. You have this scene from Live, Die, Repeat or Edge of Tomorrow, whichever you're used to, but Tom Cruise in his suit, exoskeleton suit, whatever. Put about 20 minutes into it. I really like how it came out. I probably would be doing this as a Copic sketch to go along with the Emily Blunt one that I have. This is another Morgan Wilson cyborg lady one. I actually have this one hanging on my wall. It's just an incredible design. Like, you get fooled how simplistic the lines look, and once you start noticing the little details, it makes it all the much better. This is a steampunked Nerf gun, but I just love the design because it's got two revolving cylinders that you can actually revolve and replace them so you can load the other barrel. I don't know how you would incorporate that. This is kind of a steampunk gun. Just caught my attention and wanted to sketch it, so I had that reference if need be. You got Samus, classic badass. I think video gaming was never the same when I realized at the end of the game she was a lady, and I had been playing a lady saving the world. You have this cyborg design. I put 10 minutes into it. I've done this design before in the past. Something about it just doesn't work well with me. I think if I actually took the time, ironed out some steps, and like put a lot of effort into it, I could make this look decent, but the original looks too badass for me at my skill point right now. This is a doomsday device. I think it was advertised like early 2000s, and then terrorism like started going rampant, so they pulled it off the market. But I always wanted to put like just a gag device like this in one of my vehicles, so I found a picture of it and just drew it up. Big button in the middle. I also kind of just want to make the Ox Playground logo, the one-eyed zombie with crossbones, but I like this design. I put 10 minutes into it. That feels low. I think I put 20 minutes into that. I guess they don't lie. From the original Dragon Ball series, this is the pirate robot that attacked Krillin and Goku. Wasn't feeling it, put 10 minutes into it and just had to walk away because the proportions were throwing me off and I just didn't compensate. This was the part in the month that just threw me for a loop. I could not get lines to work for me and it just kept frustrating me. I just threw in the towel after 10 minutes. This design though, 20 minutes. I really love this gauntlet. I really want to redesign that, make it my own. But this chick with the gauntlet, that's another creature box design. It looks so whimsical and so awesome. Then you have this cyborg oxen helmet. There's actually a lady down here holding onto it. She's pointing with her hand. I love how this came out. I'm glad that this is in my sketchbook. Put 20 minutes into it. Just all the little details on it. Looks so cool. Then you have the Back to the Future 2 DeLorean side cut. Doors up here. Like the angles are all wonky and it feels like it's not right. And I kept checking it and from what I can tell they are on, but I don't know, it just feels off to me. Then you have this cyborg ninja. You can see I was trying to squish it. I would like to make her taller too. I think once I got those proportions straightened out, this would be an awesome killer drawing. Then you have this crash plane. This is probably my favorite of the whole month. This just turned out awesome. You got the floor, the shark swimming above it, and just this crash plane looks so cool. Then we have the Eva Unit 2 Smashing Some Angels. Put 20 minutes into this. I really like this design. I really like how this came together. You can see his arm gets snatched out. Like, such a cool rocket design. And then to end it out, you have this is actually my avatar from GTA 5 online, whatever you want to call it. But we got to transfer it over to the Xbox One servers and looking forward to playing him again, but I figured that'd be the nicest way to end out the month. Looking forward. I am leaning heavily on car designs for the next month. I don't know if it's going to be heavy machinery or heavy car influence, but that's a peek at what's to come. I really am enjoying how this month is turning out so far. Stay tuned. April is just down the road. I hope you enjoyed this video and looking forward to seeing your comments about it. Thanks.